I'd like to know a little bit more about the process of making this self-portrait. How many silly faces did you have to make before settling on this one?
Well, she took me about 9 weeks to make. So she actually took me longer than like any other piece I've ever made. Mostly I sat in front of the mirror while I was sculpting her because pictures didn't cut it for me. And so I sat there with that face for 9 weeks straight. And it took a lot of selfies also, lots of like me and her together. So yeah, I think I pretty much just stuck with that face though. I feel like that was the first one I was drawn to because I'm really eyebrow expressive. So I was like, okay, that works, you know.
You had to learn a lot about yourself while creating this.
Oh yeah, I hated every second of making her actually. She took, well, one, because she was taking so long, and I'm very rushed when I make art. Like I want to just bust it out and make as much as I can, you know. But when I was making her, I had to sit there and stare at myself and explain her to everybody who saw me working on her. And I think over time it took a toll, you know. Like after a while I was just like, wow, this is taking forever. It made me question myself as an artist because I was like having to explain my art to other people so often. And I feel like that's something a lot of artists struggle with. I don't know, I'm just really glad that like I got to actually take time on her, and like I brought her to every single class every day and carved. Like I'd be in algebra and I would be like sitting there sculpting her. So yeah, I'm actually really happy about that. So
Many art therapists encourage patients to use art to express their inner feelings, and patients report feeling a sense of relief, especially veterans. Yeah. How did you feel as you completed this piece?
Okay, so when I was deciding on like the finishing touches and like what I wanted her texture to be like and everything, first she started out as gold, like I spray painted her gold, and then I decided that was really gaudy, and so I went over it with like blue, and then I hated that, so I went over with white, until eventually I got so frustrated with it that I like took it out on her and I used acetone to sit there and wipe it off and make it look like really like gross. And it was like therapeutic for me because I spent so much time working on her, and being able to ruin her but her to look better from it made it really awesome. So it was very relieving.
How can this piece, one person's conflict, help us all to understand each other a little better?
I feel like most people, when they see her, they kind of just go automatically to like, oh, this is a selfie, like this is like, you know, she makes this face for fun, you know, and I do, I make that face all the time. But I feel like once people start to realize that it was more of like a journey for me, making her and going through it with her and hating her the whole time, I think it will help people to understand themselves also. Like if other people were to sit there and make art and really know themselves, what they look like, how they feel about what they're doing, it'll help them grow also. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.